Do you know anyone who has literally lost control over his or her life because of identity theft? Does this keep you up at night because you know you have not taken the appropriate steps to protect yourself? I'm Ann Babiarz, and this is Wait a Financial Minute. I have retired attorney Michael A. Babiarz with me, and he is going to help us sort out this very issue. Welcome to the show, Michael.
Well, thank you. And by the way, nice hat. I didn't get the memo, so I'm unadorned today.
That's because your hair looks good.
I do not have a good comeback for that one. I might be in jeopardy of losing my own identity if I tried to think of one. So I'll stick with the burning question of the day.
Excellent.
And identity theft is a big issue. And if you wind up with someone purloining your identity, you can literally spend years fighting out little brush fires everywhere, even after you've gotten the main conflagration under control. So let's go over some real simple tips. We'll go through them relatively quickly about how you can protect your identity. And the first one is be careful what you do or what you post on social networking sites. Don't ever put anything up there that could be the answer to a security question for something you're using a password to log into, for example. Try to keep some of the personal details to a minimum because obviously identity thieves can look at the details you may have on some of your social media sites to try to get a better picture of who you are, to try to figure out if you're even worth going after or pursuing in the first place. You need, of course, to have antivirus, anti-spyware software on your computer. Keep them updated. Enough said about that. Passwords. You need to have strong passwords. You need to set up a system by which you change your passwords regularly. Whether you think that should be done every 3 months, every 6 months, certainly no less often than once a year. Put it in your calendar and just do it. So many of us keep the same password year after year after year. Phishing is becoming a lot more sophisticated. Sometimes what some of these folks will do is they'll actually go to some of your friends' social networking sites, learn something about your friends, and then they send an email to you that has intimate information in it. So you might think, oh, this is coming from one of my friends. No, it's coming from an identity thief who has looked at one of your friend's social networking sites, found out something about your friend so they can pose as them more effectively. Don't ever use Wi-Fi that's not secure. If you're going to log into something like, your bank account, your brokerage account, your fantasy football league account, while you're chatting up the cute barista at the local coffee shop, there may be another thief, intercepting your passwords and your information and then gaining access to those sites. Monitor all your statements, your bank statements, your credit card statements, those types of things to look for suspicious activity, because if you see something, you got to get on it very, very quickly. It goes without saying you need a shredder. You need to shred lots of stuff. A crosscut shredder is better because it chops things up into little tiny pieces. And then you can put that into the recycling bin. Great use for those trees that gave their lives for that paperwork. Secure your mailbox, particularly if you're in an area where maybe there's not just porch thieves, but there may be thieves stealing mail right out of your mailbox. And if you're in an area where that's problematic, consider getting a P.O. box at a more secure location, to receive your mail so that people can't just take things right out of that. Be careful what you carry around with you. Those commercials that always say, what's in your wallet? It's actually a good tip to look and see what is in your wallet or your purse. Don't carry around more than you need to, and never carry your social security card. That is absolutely the worst thing you want with you, because that's the gold standard of identity theft, is getting that number. And check your credit reports frequently, to see what's going on. And I mean, it's kind of an open question as to whether you want a credit freeze, because it's kind of a pain in the neck. You have to, unfreeze it if you want to get credit for yourself and then refreeze it. but that's, something you could also investigate as well. So hopefully those tips here will be of use to the audience today on Wait a Financial Minute.
Yeah, absolutely. And would you mind sharing a little bit about your background with our audience?
Well, I did spend many years owning a hat shop. No, I didn't do that. Didn't do that. But I did spend 25 years owning a law practice, where up in the northwest suburbs of Chicago, I helped folks with things like estate planning, estate administration, asset protection planning, corporate and business things, elder law, lots of things that revolve around protecting yourself, your family, your assets. And while I was practicing law, I also kind of engaged in my second career, which is teaching. I taught collegiately as a professor, created and taught adult education programs, and I still continue to teach to this very day with private schools, corporate training programs, because as you mentioned up front, I'm retired from the practice of law, so I don't give legal advice anymore, don't meet with clients for that type of, those type of matters, but I still do teach. I enjoy teaching a lot. I enjoy providing education for folks for things even like today on Wait a Financial Minute. So I hope that is helpful to the audience.
Absolutely. And for everybody who's interested in the Protect Your Assets course that Michael has graciously created for us, there is a link below the video. And also, if you loved our video, please hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell.